Excuse me. I am standing right outside the famous 42nd Street entrance of Grand Central Terminal on 42nd Street and Park Avenue in Midtown Manhattan in New York City for the very first time. And I want to walk into the marble Main Concourse and find the best secret spot in the whole station like a local, but I do not know what to say in English.
Hi, I am Emma. Today's English is slow and easy. Just relax and listen along. Have you ever walked through the doors of a packed legendary train station? Looked up at a breathtaking starry green ceiling? And just frozen? Marble Main Concourse stretching out beneath your feet, the famous four-faced opal clock glowing softly above the central info booth, tall arched windows pouring warm golden afternoon light onto the polished marble floor, friendly commuters drifting across the warm marble hall, the gentle hum of footsteps echoing softly under the high vaulted ceiling. And you thought, I want to find the best secret spot in this whole station. But how do I even ask? Where do the locals actually go? What if I sound like a clueless tourist? Today, Hannah is going to walk through the famous 42nd Street entrance of one of the most iconic train stations in all of the world. Grand Central Terminal on 42nd Street and Park Avenue in Midtown Manhattan. The legendary Beaux-Arts Railway Terminal opened since 1913. Marble Main Concourse, four-faced opal clock, starry green ceiling with golden constellations, hidden whispering gallery beneath the Oyster Bar, grand marble staircases, tall arched windows, the whole heart of old New York packed into one legendary station on 42nd Street. And here is the magic part. Hannah is going to use one tiny, polite phrase with a friendly Grand Central Terminal info booth worker that will turn a packed main concourse into her personal Grand Central tour and score her the best secret spot in the whole station. You can use this exact phrase the next time you want the best tip at any train station, anywhere in the world. So grab your curiosity. Let us head into Grand Central Terminal. Welcome back to Easy English with Emma. Today, Hannah is starting her warm early afternoon hour at the famous 42nd Street entrance of Grand Central Terminal on 42nd Street and Park Avenue in Midtown Manhattan, stepping in from the busy sidewalk into the marble Main Concourse. In front of her, the famous arched doorways of Grand Central, the marble Main Concourse stretching wide and open beneath the breathtaking starry green ceiling painted with golden constellations, the famous four-faced opal clock glowing softly above the central info booth at the heart of the Main Concourse, the grand marble staircases sweeping up on either side, the tall arched windows pouring warm golden afternoon light onto the polished marble floor, the soft hum of commuters and tourists drifting across the Main Concourse, and the warm cinematic Beaux-Arts atmosphere filling the whole station. She has 3 missions. 1. Walk into the marble Main Concourse of Grand Central Terminal and ask a friendly info booth worker about the famous four-faced opal clock. 2. Walk up to the central info booth beneath the four-faced opal clock and ask a friendly Main Concourse worker for the best secret spot in the whole station. 3. Find the hidden whispering gallery just outside the legendary Oyster Bar and ask a friendly Oyster Bar worker for the best Grand Central Terminal afternoon tips. In the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, walking into a packed legendary train station like Grand Central Terminal can feel overwhelming. Huge marble hall, hundreds of commuters, info booths, the breathtaking starry green ceiling stretching high above. But do not worry. With the right polite phrases, even the busiest info booth worker at Grand Central will smile and share the best secret spot in the whole station. By the end of this video, you will be able to walk into a real New York City train station like Grand Central Terminal with confidence. Use the magic phrase to ask a friendly info booth worker for the best secret spot in the whole station, not just any tip. Talk about real New York station life. Marble Main Concourse, four-faced opal clock, starry green ceiling, whispering gallery, Oyster Bar, Vanderbilt Hall, Beaux-Arts architecture. In simple, natural English, and enjoy Grand Central Terminal like a real Midtown Manhattan local. Ready? Let us step into Grand Central. Here are today's 5 Grand Central Terminal key phrases. Repeat each one with me. Nice and slow. Key phrase 1. Could you recommend the best secret spot in the whole station? Could you recommend the best secret spot in the whole station? Beautiful. This is today's magic phrase. Use it with a friendly info booth worker at Grand Central Terminal, or any worker at any train station, museum, or landmark in the world. Instead of, "What's here?" or "Where do I go?" you are asking for the best secret spot in the whole station. Suddenly that info booth worker becomes your personal Grand Central tour guide. Key phrase 2. What's the best way to enjoy Grand Central Terminal? What's the best way to enjoy Grand Central Terminal? Lovely. Use this with any friendly worker at Grand Central Terminal, asking about the best way to enjoy. Instead of just, "What do I do?" invites the worker to share the real story behind the marble Main Concourse, the four-faced opal clock, the starry green ceiling, the whispering gallery, and the legendary Oyster Bar hidden beneath the marble staircase at Grand Central. Key phrase 3. Could you recommend the perfect spot to look up? Could you recommend the perfect spot to look up? Great. Use this beneath the breathtaking starry green ceiling of the Main Concourse. A small open question turns a quiet info booth worker into a whole afternoon of Grand Central tips. The perfect angle to see the golden constellations, the warm view from beneath the four-faced opal clock, the perfect quiet corner where Midtown Manhattan locals love to pause and look up at the ceiling. Key phrase 4. Where do locals actually meet up? Where do locals actually meet up? Perfect. A super useful phrase at any packed station in New York City. Asking where locals actually meet up. Instead of just, "Where can I wait?" Get you the famous spot right beneath the four-faced opal clock in the center of the Main Concourse, the warm quiet corner of Vanderbilt Hall, the perfect meeting point for your Grand Central afternoon. Simple, friendly, and works at every station in Manhattan and beyond. Key phrase 5. What's the best hidden corner to visit? What's the best hidden corner to visit? Wonderful. Use this with a friendly worker just outside the Oyster Bar at Grand Central Terminal. The station has layers. The marble Main Concourse, the grand staircases, Vanderbilt Hall, the famous whispering gallery, the legendary Oyster Bar. Asking this tiny question turns a friendly worker into your personal Grand Central afternoon planner. One small question, a whole hour of insider tips along the marble halls of Grand Central. These 5 phrases are gold for Grand Central Terminal, and for any train station, museum, or landmark in the world. Now let us see Hannah use them at Grand Central Terminal. Alright. Hannah has just stepped through the famous 42nd Street entrance of Grand Central Terminal on 42nd Street and Park Avenue in Midtown Manhattan, the warm golden afternoon light of the marble Main Concourse wrapping around her instantly. The bright early afternoon station glows warmly around her. The marble Main Concourse stretching wide and open beneath the breathtaking starry green ceiling painted with golden constellations, the famous four-faced opal clock glowing softly above the central info booth at the heart of the Main Concourse, the grand marble staircases sweeping up on either side, the tall arched windows pouring warm golden afternoon light onto the polished marble floor, friendly commuters and tourists drifting softly across the warm marble hall. Right by the famous 42nd Street entrance just inside the marble doorway of Grand Central stands David. A friendly Italian-American man in his late 50s with warm tan skin, short salt and pepper hair, kind eyes, and an easy welcoming smile. wearing a plain navy short-sleeved station worker shirt under a plain navy vest, his hands resting easily near a small stack of plain station maps, looking up with a warm patient smile as Hannah steps into the station.
Hi. Sorry to bother you. Wow, this is my first time at Grand Central Terminal. This place is incredible.
Welcome to Grand Central. You picked a great moment. The morning rush settled down about an hour ago, perfect time on the Main Concourse. Is this your very first time in Midtown Manhattan?
Yes. I just rode the subway up from the Lower East Side. What's the best way to enjoy Grand Central Terminal?
Great question. Here at Grand Central, the very first thing every visitor should do is walk right into the middle of the marble Main Concourse, stand beneath the four-faced opal clock at the central info booth, and look straight up. That breathtaking starry green ceiling, painted with golden constellations, is the heart of Grand Central Terminal. Take a slow breath. Look up. Then walk over to the central info booth. The info booth workers there know every secret spot in the whole station.
Wow, the starry green ceiling. And the four-faced opal clock. Is that really above the central info booth?
You got it. The famous four-faced opal clock glows right above the central info booth at the heart of the marble Main Concourse. Locals have been meeting beneath that clock since 1913. Meet me under the clock at Grand Central. That line means home to every Midtown Manhattan local. That's the heart of Grand Central Terminal.
That sounds amazing. Should I head to the central info booth next?
Absolutely. And one more tip. My buddy James is working the central info booth today. 25 years on the Main Concourse. Tell him David at the entrance sent you. He knows every hidden corner of Grand Central Terminal since the early 2000s. He'll point you to the best secret spot in the whole station.
Wow, thank you so much, David. You just turned the Grand Central Terminal entrance into my whole orientation.
That's what we do here. Welcome to Grand Central. And welcome to Midtown Manhattan.
Wonderful, Hannah. Look at how she started. Hi. Sorry to bother you. Wow, this is my first time at Grand Central Terminal. This place is incredible. 3 tiny ideas, but they do so much work. Sorry to bother you plus first time plus a real compliment about Grand Central. That's a magic combo at any station in the world. David instantly wanted to help. Then the big one. What's the best way to enjoy Grand Central Terminal? Notice. She did not say. What do I do? Or where do I go? She asked specifically about the best way to enjoy Grand Central. Those exact words turned David from a quiet entrance worker into her personal Grand Central orientation guide. Also notice. Hannah asked a beautiful follow-up question. And the four-faced opal clock. Is that really above the central info booth? That tiny question gave her the 1913 story, the meet me under the clock tradition, the heart of the marble Main Concourse, and a personal recommendation to find James at the central info booth. 1 question is good. 2 questions turn a station worker into a guide. Use these phrases anywhere. At a train station, at a museum, at a famous landmark, at Grand Central Terminal in Midtown Manhattan, anywhere in the world. Politeness plus asking about the best way to enjoy with real curiosity equals friends and incredible local tips. Hannah walks a few steps from the 42nd Street entrance of Grand Central Terminal across the marble Main Concourse, the warm golden afternoon light wrapping around her, past the grand marble staircases sweeping up on either side, toward the central info booth right beneath the famous four-faced opal clock at the heart of the Main Concourse. The station hums warmly with the soft echo of footsteps on the polished marble floor, gentle commuter chatter, and the soft click of luggage wheels. High above her, the breathtaking starry green ceiling of Grand Central stretches wide, painted with golden constellations glowing softly in the warm afternoon light. At the central info booth, James, a friendly veteran info booth worker in his 50s with kind eyes, warm olive skin, dark hair lightly graying at the temples, and a calm welcoming smile, wearing a plain navy short-sleeved station worker shirt under a plain navy vest, stands with one hand resting easily on the polished brass rail of the central info booth, the four-faced opal clock glowing softly just above him, looking up with a warm patient smile.
Hi. Sorry to interrupt. David at the 42nd Street entrance sent me over. He said you're the man for Grand Central Terminal secret spots.
Ah, David. Of course he did. He sends all the first-timers over to the central info booth. Welcome to Grand Central. What can I do for you?
James, could you recommend the best secret spot in the whole station?
Oh, with pleasure. Easy answer. The famous Whispering Gallery just outside the legendary Oyster Bar. One level down, beneath the grand marble staircase on the lower level of Grand Central Terminal. Stand in one corner of the curved tile archway. A friend stands in the opposite corner. Whisper softly into the tile wall. Your friend hears every word perfectly. Clear across the open hallway. It's a quiet little Beaux-Arts secret hidden right beneath the marble Main Concourse. Locals have been whispering there since 1913.
That sounds magical. And could you recommend the perfect spot to look up?
Now that's the right question. Okay. Stand right here at the central info booth beneath the four-faced opal clock. Tilt your head back. Look straight up at the breathtaking starry green ceiling. The golden constellations stretch wide across the whole main concourse of Grand Central. There's even one famous spot where the constellations are painted backwards. A little Beaux-Arts mystery that Midtown Manhattan locals love. Right here, beneath the four-faced opal clock. That's the perfect spot to look up.
That sounds incredible. How long have you been working at Grand Central?
25 years. Started right here on the marble Main Concourse when I was younger. Same marble floor. Same starry green ceiling. Same four-faced opal clock. Same warm golden afternoon light pouring through the tall arched windows. The faces drifting across the Main Concourse change, but Grand Central Terminal stays the same. That's why we love it on 42nd Street.
Wow, James, that's incredible. Where do locals actually meet up?
Great follow-up question. Right here. Beneath the four-faced opal clock at the central info booth in the middle of the marble Main Concourse. Meet me under the clock at Grand Central. Has been the Midtown Manhattan meeting line since 1913. Stand right here, look up at the starry green ceiling, wait for your friend. That's the Grand Central way.
That makes so much sense. Thank you so much, James.
Head down the grand marble staircase to the lower level. And hey, my buddy Robert is working just outside the Oyster Bar today. Older gentleman, very kind. Tell him James sent you. He'll show you the Whispering Gallery and share the best hidden corners of Grand Central Terminal.
I'll go find him right now. Thank you, James.
Welcome to Grand Central. Come back to the Central Info booth anytime.
Amazing. Look at what just happened beneath the four-faced opal clock at the central info booth of Grand Central Terminal in Midtown Manhattan. Hannah did not just get a tip. She got the whole story of the station. The famous Whispering Gallery, the perfect spot to look up at the starry green ceiling, the 1913 tradition, the 25 years on the Main Concourse. And a personal introduction to Robert just outside the Oyster Bar. Why did the magic phrase work so well? Could you recommend the best secret spot in the whole station? Let us break it down. Could you recommend? Equals polite. Soft, open, friendly. James relaxed instantly. The best secret spot. Equals specific. You are asking for the best secret spot, not just any tip. Secret makes James smile. You are not asking for the obvious things, you are asking like a real local. In the whole station. Equals grounded. You are showing you trust James's daily knowledge of every corner of Grand Central. Also notice. Hannah mentioned. David at the 42nd Street entrance sent me over. That tiny phrase is golden at a packed train station. It tells James. Hey, I'm already part of the Grand Central family. Suddenly the whole station is on your team. And the simple line. Where do locals actually meet up? Confident, soft, polite. A small open question is the gentlest way to invite a whole Midtown Manhattan afternoon ritual. Use these reactions everywhere in Manhattan and beyond. Hannah walks the marble main concourse of Grand Central Terminal from beneath the four-faced opal clock down the grand marble staircase to the lower level, the warm golden light of the main concourse softening as she descends. The lower level of Grand Central glows warmly with soft amber lighting, the curved tile archways of the Whispering Gallery sweeping just outside the famous Oyster Bar, the gentle echo of footsteps drifting softly under the curved tile ceiling. Right by the curved tile archway of the Whispering Gallery just outside the Oyster Bar, in a warm amber-lit corner of the lower level of Grand Central Terminal, stands Robert. A friendly older Oyster Bar worker in his 60s with kind eyes, neatly combed silver hair, warm fair skin, and a wide easy smile, wearing a plain white short-sleeved Oyster Bar shirt under a plain white apron, gently arranging a small stack of plain station maps beside the Whispering Gallery archway, a few other guests drifting softly through the curved tile hallway.
Hi. Excuse me, sorry to interrupt. James at the Central Info booth sent me over. This is my first afternoon at Grand Central Terminal and he said you're the man for Whispering Gallery tips.
James sent you? Then welcome to Grand Central. 30 years working just outside the Oyster Bar here on the lower level, and a first-timer at the Whispering Gallery is still my favorite kind of guest. What can I do for you?
Robert. What's the best hidden corner to visit?
Beautiful question. Okay. Here's how locals enjoy the lower level of Grand Central. First, always the Whispering Gallery right here. Stand in one corner of this curved tile archway. A friend stands across the archway in the opposite corner. Whispers softly into the tile wall. Your friend hears every word perfectly. Clear across the open hallway. It's pure Beaux-Arts magic, hidden beneath the marble main concourse. Then, if you want a real Midtown Manhattan afternoon, step into the Oyster Bar right behind me. The vaulted tile ceiling, the long polished oyster counter, the warm chowder, the cold oysters on ice. Then walk back upstairs to the main concourse, stand beneath the four-faced opal clock, and look up at the starry green ceiling one more time. That's a perfect Grand Central afternoon.
That sounds magical, Robert. Is Grand Central Terminal always this lively?
Pretty much. Grand Central is the beating heart of Midtown Manhattan on 42nd Street and Park Avenue. Commuters on lunch breaks, tourists with cameras, families with kids, neighborhood regulars who've been passing through since the 1970s. Everybody walks through this station. That's why Grand Central Terminal stays warm and busy from early morning to late evening.
Wow. and Vanderbilt Hall. Where do locals actually meet up?
Most warm afternoons, locals drift into Vanderbilt Hall just off the marble Main Concourse. The warm grand hall with the high vaulted ceiling, the polished marble floor, the tall arched windows pouring soft golden afternoon light. Some days a small market sets up. Some days a quiet seasonal event fills the hall. Vanderbilt Hall is the warm grand foyer of Grand Central. The perfect quiet meeting spot just steps from the four-faced opal clock.
That's amazing. What's the best way to enjoy Grand Central Terminal?
Great question. Walk slow. Stand beneath the four-faced opal clock at the central info booth. Look up at the starry green ceiling. Whisper into the curved tile wall of the Whispering Gallery. Step into the Oyster Bar for warm chowder. Pause in Vanderbilt Hall in the soft afternoon light. Don't rush. Don't take photos for 10 whole minutes. Just walk and look. That's the Grand Central Terminal way. Go enjoy the station. I'll keep an eye on the Whispering Gallery.
Wow, Robert. Thank you so much. You just made my whole afternoon at Grand Central.
Walk slow, look up, and come back to Grand Central Terminal anytime. Every afternoon on 42nd Street is a different New York story.
Wonderful. Hannah just stepped into one of the most iconic train stations in all of the world. Grand Central Terminal on 42nd Street and Park Avenue in Midtown Manhattan. And used 5 tiny, polite phrases to find the best secret spot in the whole station, the perfect spot to look up at the starry green ceiling, and a personal afternoon plan from Robert just outside the Oyster Bar. Notice. The biggest phrase of the day was, "Could you recommend the best secret spot in the whole station?" It worked perfectly with James at the central info booth beneath the four-faced opal clock. The words, "The best secret spot in the whole station," are the secret. They work at any train station, any museum, any famous landmark, anywhere in the world. Politeness plus asking for the best secret spot in the whole station equals friendly station workers turn into guides, friends, and personal tour leaders. At Grand Central Terminal, in Midtown Manhattan, in any city, in any country. Okay. Now it is quiz time. Quiz time. When Hannah walked up to the central info booth beneath the four-faced opal clock at Grand Central Terminal, she could have just said, "What's here?" Or "Where do I go?" Instead, she used one little phrase that turned a packed marble Main Concourse into her personal Grand Central tour and scored her the best secret spot in the whole station. The legendary Whispering Gallery beneath the Oyster Bar. What was that magic phrase? A. What's here? B. Could you recommend the best secret spot in the whole station? C. Where do I go? Write A, B, or C in the comments right now. I read every single comment and I will reply to let you know if you got it right. Amazing work today, everyone. Now you have 5 powerful phrases that will turn any train station and any friendly info booth worker anywhere in the world into a smooth, warm, beautiful moment. Could you recommend the best secret spot in the whole station? What's the best way to enjoy Grand Central Terminal? Could you recommend the perfect spot to look up? Where do locals actually meet up? What's the best hidden corner to visit? Remember, Grand Central Terminal on 42nd Street and Park Avenue in Midtown Manhattan has been the heart of New York City rail travel since 1913. The marble Main Concourse, the four-faced opal clock, the breathtaking starry green ceiling with golden constellations, the hidden Whispering Gallery, the legendary Oyster Bar, Vanderbilt Hall, the Beaux-Arts arches and grand marble staircases. With these 5 phrases, you don't just visit Grand Central Terminal. You become part of the story of Midtown Manhattan. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe to Easy English with Emma. It seriously means the world to me. And next time, Hannah is going to ride the subway back downtown from Midtown Manhattan for a real New York City morning at one of the most iconic appetizing stores in all of the Lower East Side. Russ and Daughters. The legendary family-owned appetizing shop on East Houston Street, world famous since 1914 for its hand-sliced lox, fresh-baked bagels, smoked whitefish, crisp half-sour pickles, and warm cinematic old New York morning atmosphere. Wait till you hear the one polite phrase Hannah uses with a friendly Russ and Daughters counter worker that turns a packed appetizing counter into her personal Russ and Daughters lox tour and scores her the legendary hand-sliced lox bagel of the morning. You will use this exact phrase the next time you want the best bagel at any appetizing shop, anywhere in the world. See you next time. Bye-bye.